Okay, we plan here to derive the quadratic formula. This is the quadratic equation. We start by subtracting c from both sides. So we have ax squared plus bx equals negative c on the other side of the equation. And at this point, we're going to assume that a is positive. If a wasn't positive, we could have multiplied both sides of the original equation by minus 1, negative 1, and it would be then positive. So we can assume it is positive. That'll be helpful at one stage of the process. Anyway, the next stage is to divide both sides by the positive quantity a. This results in x squared plus b over a times x equals negative c divided by a. At this point, we complete the square. And here's how that process goes. We need to add something to each side of this equation. And I will make this a box. We need to put a number in there. To see what goes in the box, we actually go to the next step, which is to make this a perfect square. To make that a perfect square requires filling in yet a third box. Okay, now the filling in of the boxes turns out to be an easy process. You just take half so you divide that by 2, so that you end up getting b divided by 2a. That's 1/2 of b divided by a. b divided by 2a. And then we square b divided by 2a. You square b divided by 2a. b divided by 2a times itself gives you b squared divided by 4a squared. So that's what I had to add to both sides. B squared divided by 4a squared here. That's the completing the square process completed. Now on the right side, we have a 4a squared and only an a here, so if we multiply the top and bottom by a 4, and the bottom by another a, we have a common denominator of 4a squared. So this side is b squared, common denominator of 4a squared, minus, because this is negative, 4ca or ac. Now we take the square root of both sides. So we get x plus b divided by 2a is equal to plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 4a squared. And so we can take the square root of the numerator and divide by the square root of the denominator, and you have plus or minus the square root of the numerator, b squared minus 4ac, all divided by the square root of the denominator. The denominator has square root 2a. That's where we use the assumption that a was positive, by the way, from way back. And now there's only one final step. The final step here then is to subtract b divided by 2a from both sides. You're left with x on the left and negative b divided by 2a plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, all divided by 2a. And so putting that together, you get that x is equal to negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4 times a times c, all divided by 2a. And this is the quadratic formula. And this is then the derivation of the quadratic formula.